Hey
Oh my,
everybody, Macadamia here for OCR Kings, and we've got
that's
a
right.
special treat, a sit rep from both Tom and David Best. Guys, thank you so much for sending this in.
That's right.
This is for the Spartan Unbreakable meeting and the Central Florida Trifecta weekend. We're going to add links to this in its unabridged version, so check that out on the blog,
That's
as will
right.
we add links to both Tom's and David's Instagram profiles. Go check them out. They are cool guys.
That's right. Very cool. Great, great, just unstoppable racers.
Yeah, so many trifectas, lifetime, so many this year, just incredible. So this is broken into two parts. Tom is reporting in for the first part here. He gives us an overview. He says the sit rep is broken down into two portions. Prior to the trifecta weekend in Central Florida, Spartan invited 200 pass holders to a two-day event at their corporate offices in Orlando. The discussions and activities at the event are covered in part one. Part two covers the trifecta weekend at the Skipper Ranch. Okay, that section is submitted by the senior field correspondent,
That's right.
David Best. So says Tom.
Yes,
Excellent.
David.
So the Unbreakable event, I didn't know what the details were, but I guess 2 years ago, Spartan launched the 9-year unlimited race pass. It's quite a deal. It was offered during the 2020 pandemic. It was intended to provide a cash infusion to the company, which I'm sure they sorely needed, and I have a feeling they still do. All right, so those with the available funds on hand had an opportunity to lock in races for the next 9 years, and about 900 racers took advantage. Excellent. As part of this program, Spartan invites the pass holders to an event that is intended to gather feedback and provide information about the upcoming season, as well as act as a fundraiser for charity. That's cool.
That's cool.
So on Thursday, they assembled in a local park and listened to several Spartan staff members review some stats that I think are bogus. But so,
Hopeful.
Damer, see what you think about these stats. Okay. Spartan
Yes.
race statistics. So this must be for this
So
year.
2024 coming to a close now that
So
okay, just looking.
1.2 million racers
Yep.
worldwide.
Okay.
That can't be for this year. That I don't buy it. Okay. And 648 total events. The
Okay.
majority of them in the United States. Okay, so maybe if you counted
Well, you count each event, not
each
venue.
event, a sprint,
Yeah.
super,
Kid race.
beast,
Yeah.
kid race,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe. Over
Yep.
10,000 volunteers. Open wave attendance is rising in a positive direction, the
I hope.
strongest segment of the racing public. That I agree with.
Yeah.
Okay. And what does that mean? I think Spartan, you got to cater to the open wave folks and you got to get more people,
Yeah.
first timers into races. And,
Make that more fun and
absolutely.
less predictable
Yeah.
and whatever you can do to make the sprints, which get more people paying into Spartan
Damer,
to
you had
actually pay.
the
Yeah.
most cost-effective idea of all. Take some of the obstacles that were only available to supers and beasts
Yeah.
and rotate them into sprints.
Yeah, push them down, especially if you're gonna bring new obstacles. If you don't want to put your new obstacles that may be coming in 25 and start them in the sprint, then put them at the higher level races, but push stuff that sprinters have never seen before.
Right.
So
And
why not? Why wouldn't
you're
you?
not inventing anything new. You've got
Yeah,
the equipment. And if you're going to set up a trifecta weekend, that was going to be part of the other two flavors anyway. So what are
yes.
we talking about?
Yep.
So open wave attendance on the rise, cool. Hopefully Spartan takes that to heart and does the right things,
Yep.
including some new obstacles for new folks and everybody else. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Tough Mudder statistics, 280 finishers for this year, over 2,000 volunteers.
280,000 finishers.
Yeah, that
Yep.
that that's
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
That's a giant debt hole that you should have cast away a long, long time ago. I would have either sold Tough Mudder or I would have folded it in. Hey guys, no dunk wall at your Spartan Sprint. You've got Block Nest Monster.
Yeah.
Cool. A-frame cargo went away. Now you've got Mudderhorn or whatever the heck it's called. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cool stuff.
Yep. They have some cool obstacles over there. I was like,
Just fold it in.
we've had some fun. Yeah, it's challenging, just fun.
Fold it in.
Yep. So maybe they'll do some collabs since they own it anyways, and
Yeah.
maybe we'll see.
So, Spartan challenges and proposed solutions. Well, we just gave you guys a whole bunch. And by that, I don't mean viewers, I mean Spartan. Okay, Spartan seemed positive about the state of the brand. They also indicated there will be consolidation with Tough Mudder,
All right,
with
there we
less
go.
events. Okay, not consolidation,
So as
merger
yeah,
between the two. They're just going to shrink and pull back Tough Mudder with less events and more emphasis on making that product more fun, consistent with the Tough Mudder racer profile. Many of us who race
mm,
regularly felt some logistical challenge. This included the lack of multi-trifecta medals at events and the homogeneity or the boringness or lack of new obstacles throughout
yeah.
and crowded competitive waves and poor refereeing in competitive waves to boot. Those concerns were somewhat addressed, so says Tom.
All right. Well,
I guess.
at least the conversation's being had, so
Yep.
not a bad thing.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yep.
So, operations from an operational perspective, Spartan is integrating its back-end systems to include all products, including Tough Mudder, Spartan, and Deca. So, 1 out of 3 isn't bad. Right now, registering for different products is a different user experience, and this will be a single experience once completed. We only have a single experience because we're only interested in one of those. The other two are stinkers. So now they're just putting their stink bags with their money-making product. Okay.
Uh,
Yeah.
oh, Max in a mood.
I'm in a mood, man. It's all these drones. It's all these drones. All right, so the obstacles. The reason the obstacles are the same all over the country is that there is just an East and West build team. Regardless, I'm sure neither of them are getting paid. That's not what Tom says. This is just the scuttlebutt around town. Okay. This is also the reason why they have always been less Midwest races. Okay, we have a friend of ours who we talked to through the channel, and he's been lamenting the fact that there were
Yeah.
very few or no Midwest races. So we hope that they are going to fix this. So says Tom, yes, by reorganizing the build team into 3 different teams. So they'll have one covering the major parts of the country, left, right, and
All
middle.
right. I do like the next line. Yep. Freedom will be given to the local race director to customize obstacles.
Cool.
Yep. They recently experimented with barbed wire crawls, Cincinnati, Asheville, and the results were a lot more fun and challenging. Okay, so it's like you make a little tweak here or there to an existing obstacle, and it completely feels refreshed and feels like a new obstacle. So that is something that is certainly pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. I agree there. A good save because I was going to go off on a tangent and you brought it back.
So,
Very cordial and relaxed now. Excellent.
wrap it up in time
Yeah.
for the holidays.
The logic is to extend this model to others as well. I guess, what would that be? Tough Mudder and Deca, who knows? It's also the reason why in 2025 there are a couple more Midwest
Yeah, there we
races.
go.
That's cool. That's
Yep.
good. Procurement. Each week, racers expect to pick up a multi-trifecta medal. They've been out for most venues, so there's been a lot of
Yeah.
wailing and gnashing of teeth. People expecting to get their trifecta medals, especially the 2, 3, 4, 5X, and I heard that they weren't there. So this is blamed on IT. They're going to fix that and have them ready for folks at their events. That's great. Want to keep everybody satisfied, especially the folks who are doing multiple trifectas. Those are your core guys, so you got
Yeah.
to cater to them. Competition, the controversy regarding going back
Yeah.
to elite and age group was based on complaints. Really don't care about that. They did some stupid thing where you had to qualify with some sort of thing to be an elite racer. So the 20 guys that they had in those waves went down to like 6. Okay. I'm not a big elitist. I think that's ridiculous. If you want to race fast and early, you sign up for an elite wave, and they should just have allowed that forever. They used to do that. They stopped it. That was dumb. So hopefully they're going to fix that. Speaking of dumb, Brand ambassadors. Damer, do you want to handle this one before I use
Yeah.
the nuclear option? No? Okay, so
Yeah.
brand ambassadors. Spartan has had a brand ambassador program for years. They've
Oh yeah.
they've overlooked some of the most influential influencers who were ready to lend a hand to raise awareness and get racers to sign up and answer their questions as far as obstacle completion, but they kind of knows several ambassadors who have been unhappy with what they get in return and have been vocal. We have joined that cause. As
That's
a
right.
result, the brand ambassador program is winding down and has been replaced with something more focused.
Hmm.
I have
Yeah.
no idea what that would be.
What that may be.
Yeah. Spartan Charities. Okay, this we will be not as, fired up, and we will read Tom's exact text. Just know that
That's right.
everybody before what we were saying is off the cuff, and we are speaking from experience,
That's right.
and we're just
From the
kind of
heart.
letting it fly. But the Spartan Charities, these are important. So let us tell you about the second half of the event. It revolved around the charity Spartan is supporting in a more straightforward way. There are two that were highlighted at this particular event. Team BLUFOR is an organization that trains and stages races for adaptive athletes who served in the military. Bravo Zulu, that is fantastic. That's awesome. At this event, BLUFOR set up an obstacle course for these guys, including Tom, and we ran with about 20 of their athletes. Spartan is going to highlight this group next season, and this event was meant to create awareness, raise some money, and give the Unbreakable team an opportunity to meet their leadership. Tom, as we encourage all OCR King subscribers to check out this organization and consider
That's right.
getting involved, even though it's a small, thing and you can start to contribute. All right. The 3K course they ran with Team BLUFOR was one of the most impactful races that Tom ran this year, and the dedication and courage of these athletes was inspiring and humbling. We
I
will
bet.
provide links to these guys in the description below. Definitely check them out and get involved if you can. Okay, and we have talked about these guys also before. This is the teddy bear crawl. Over the course of the season, the teddy bear crawl has become a staple of Trifecta weekends. Cool. Though not at every event, it has become a favorite among regular racers, including Tom. The grassroots brainchild of Mark and Lisa Haverland is basically straightforward. On a specified trifecta weekend, racers meet at the kids' course prior to the Sunday Super around 7 a.m. Each racer donates money to the charities GoFundMe page, and all money is earmarked for the purchase of teddy bears that are donated to a children's hospital.
Super, super easy to do right there.
Outstanding.
Yep.
Okay, like I said, and we will provide links so you guys can learn more and get involved with this as well if you can. Okay, let's see. Once at the event, each racer bear crawls the kids course, and upon completion is awarded a kids medal, usually leftovers from the prior season. That's great.
Yeah,
Recycle. You got them
that's
on
right.
hand. Get them out the
That's right.
door, mark
That's
the
smart.
occasion, people getting involved. It's cool. Even if yeah, that's that's fantastic. In Orlando, Mark and his wife were given an award, and they announced that in 2025, the Teddy Bear Crawl would be an approved Spartan charity where you can donate at the check-in for the race. Smart, more opportunities to get involved and give, and they just make it easier. That's excellent. Okay. They also announced to complete a schedule of over 15 events. Then the next day in Orlando, participants bear crawl the half-mile distance to the local children's hospital, where Mark and his team donated over
Oh,
3,000 teddy bears. Oh my goodness. All right.
very cool. Very
That's
cool.
cool. Okay. Mark is currently building out a website, and Tom will provide an update in a future sit rep. That is fantastic. All right. As a summary, Tom writes that he had been concerned about the state of Spartans since the pandemic, and he's not alone.
Yeah, definitely.
Over his many years of running, he has seen plenty of marathons and race series fold. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, we've seen it in OCR, so writes Tom, as
Yeah.
have we all with Battle Frog, Rugged Maniac,
Yeah.
Warrior Dash,
Yeah.
Bone Frog. Okay.
Yeah.
Yikes. So Tom thinks that Spartan has some unique challenges in that they must grow a brand where a lot of people are either hardcore or just do a few events a year.
Yeah.
It's a fair point. He's personally not sure how much more of the market can be tapped. However, over the course of the race season, he has seen some big numbers and spoke to a lot of people who were running their race for the first time, okay, or getting their first trifecta. And I think that
Yeah.
is a core market that Spartan has to
Yeah.
really, really keep an eye on and cater to.
Yeah. I mean, the hardcore are important, but they also we're diehards. We tend to show up and show up and show up.
Right.
So you
There's
gotta,
something something
you
wrong
gotta,
with us.
yeah, you gotta turn the map around.
Right.
How do you get that first timer to come back and
Right.
come back and come back and
Right.
yep,
Right. To Spartan, an old adage that I was taught in business school, if you build it, will they buy it?
yeah,
And if they buy it, will they buy it again? So I hope somebody at Spartan over there is thinking about that and also gonna give us some freaking new obstacles. Okay, but whatever. So, but for Tom's point of view, there is no doubt that Spartan must tighten up its logistics and procurement while at the same time improving the race day experience. Amen, brother.
yep.
Rumor has it that they are about to get a cash infusion from a new investor. Oh boy, damn it, you're gonna have to grab the microphone, my friend. And Tom hopes this combination of factor bodes well for the 2025 season. So now David writes of the Central Florida Spartan Trifecta
That's right.
race weekend. Okay. Tamer, if you want to hop in here, I think David shares many sentiments that I do. So let's see if you
Yeah.
agree with the
Yeah.
with the two of us.
Well, let's see what David has to say. So, Spartan has held the Central Florida race at Skipper Ranch for several years now. It has become notorious for a mild trudge through the swamp that has resulted in more IT band rehabilitation sessions than any other race. All right, that sounds
Go,
pretty good.
gotta go see Rocco.
That's right. Located about 90 minutes south of Orlando, Skipper Ranch is in the middle of the state and with not a lot of hotel options nearby. This year, David flew into the Sarasota airport, a small regional airport, rather than the ginormous MCO Orlando airport. So, all with its Disney everywhere.
Mm,
So,
fun.
so he also decided to stay in Bowling Green, Florida, about 45 minutes west of the race site. Okay, let's see. Being west there was some more hotel options and restaurants and food options. Then Sebring, the nearest town to Skipper Ranch. In the future, this will be his approach. All right, so we found a good spot. So ran into several other Spartan racers in the Bowling Green area, and even put together a caravan at about 5:30 a.m. to head out to the venue. So
Right
very
on.
cool.
I was reading this next paragraph ahead. As as the season-ending race, this race always seems like a victory lap instead of a competition. Spartan Plus tent felt more like a clubhouse, with competitors knowing that there will be an 8-week layoff until the beginning of the 2025 season. So, yeah, you got about 2 months before things get going again. So we're all going to be kind of antsy, sitting around, hopefully training and working out and getting ready. But, if you don't have a race, already planned, it makes things a little bit harder because that motivation might not be there, especially as we're filling our pie holes with cookies and
That's
champagne
right.
and all kinds of
Right.
stuff during the holiday season here. It's hard. So 8 weeks going to be a long one. All right. So having participated in every event here for the 4 years being held at Skipper Ranch, David
Uh,
has to say that this
uh,
year was the least
oh.
challenging of them all. It's perfect that
Uh,
I hop back in here. It was a perfect storm of obstacles being omitted, including I guess the inverted wall, the
yeah.
6, 7, and 8 foot walls. They had a problem with walls, the easiest obstacles out there for some reason, as well as rolling mud dunk wall and helix. Oh my goodness! I hope pipe layer was there. No, the venue itself didn't cooperate this year as the lack of rain turned what is normally in Central Florida a mudfest into what seems at times the race was just a stroll across the state of Kansas. Poetry. Excellent. All right. I feel your pain, David.
Yep.
All right. Seeing the lack of natural swampy terrain this year, Spartan could have had more evenly spaced out the obstacles on the course, as well as included an easy place to place them, like crawl tubes. Yeah, would have made sense.
Yep.
The race director did not try to compensate us by including three. Oh, he did try
He
to
did try.
compensate, excuse me. So they
They,
made
they,
up for it for extending the long carries.
that's
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. The two sandbag carries as well as the bucket
And a
carry that were
bucket.
shaped like a Christmas tree. You had an
Oh,
observation, Damer. What?
that's right.
How could that
Uh,
come into play?
how would you know it was a Christmas tree except for the drones? That's right.
So the aliens or whatever they are
Yeah.
can have something to look at. Oh my goodness. It's been a long year,
Uh,
guys. It's been a long year. Okay, even the Spartan extra mile fueled by rain was a shell of itself. Wow. David loves to end his season on a high note, but with a perfect storm of events, both man-made and natural, he says this one fell short. Wow, as we close Spartan race season for 2024, he's encouraged by the amount of interest being shown in OCR. That's good
yes.
news.
We're hopeful.
I
Yes.
only wish the first-time participants would do their research by using the videos produced by knowledgeable people like
Yes.
OCR Kings. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
As well as other seasoned racers in the fraternity.
Damn right.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Comments from the first-timers like, I have to jump that wall to reach the starting line, as well as just
Yeah.
dropping the weighted bags on turquoise really
Turquoise.
irritate David. Right on. Me too, brother.
Oh, that irritates all of us.
With that all being said, he's ready. He's already dreading the next 8 weeks until the first race of 2025,
Yep.
which will be
SoCal.
Spartan SoCal. David says he hopes you all have a safe and happy holiday season. Use this downtime to train hard and prepare yourself for
Yeah.
what he sees is going to be a challenging but satisfying race season.
That's right.
Excellent. So this from Tom. In summary, he echoes David's comments. He wishes all of the OCR community a safe holiday season, as do we. I hope to
Sure.
see you out on the course. So when you do see Tom, pass him and say hello.
That's right.
He also wants to wish his friends at Spartan success in remediating the issues we have all identified, as well as improving their
Yes.
business model. Tom, amen, sir. Well
That's right.
stated. Much more coherent and calm than what I had just spewed in during this
That's right.
presentation. Note to Spartan, please understand that those off-the-cuff remarks were my own and they were not indicative of Tom's nor David's sentiments. Damer, I can't
Or
speak to
Damer.
you. All right. All right.
Love you, Spartan.
Get, get me one of those passes. I'll be showing up with one of those, the fake mustaches and the
That's
glasses.
right.
Mac, is that you? No, it is not me. All right. So, thank you for watching, everybody. Tongue in cheek and
Yes.
all. We do love Spartan. We do love doing obstacle
Yeah.
course
Love
races.
all the races.
If
Yeah.
we weren't passionate about it, we would just be very tacit and not say anything. But we are, vested in this. So when we let fly, know that it's really coming from the heart, and we want to see this whole
Yeah.
thing thrive.
That's right.
Okay, so hope to see you out there on the course in 2025. But until
Yep.
that time, remember, as always, train hard
Have fun.